sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show today. There's an updated training schedule, and I'll be with you in just a minute. All right, I think we got We got some more good stuff coming at the end of the video. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, let me see what we got here. Yeah, so here's some more of the bun training for Starbucks. All right, I see I'm live. I'm live. Damn, where's my buttons? Here we go. Nordon. I told you guys I try to update this thing as much as possible. Hey, just in time. You see what's on the screen, right? Oh, I don't have my background light. All right, let me take this thing off the screen. Brother Kevin Tate, I don't know if you want to come up. I put that link there for you. If you want to come up. Yeah, hey, I had to, hold on, let me get rid of this thing. Oh, hold on 1 second. There we go. I had it on loop. All right, let me take this sound down a little bit more so you can hear me. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Reed, commercial appliance technician. I've been in the business since 1992 when I was a teenager. And all right. Got a couple of new hats this week. This one was from True's factory, well, from their training on their ice machines. So I guess Houston had the first of their training classes. So I'll talk about that a little bit, and then I'll cover this again on Thursday. Thursday is my normal day, but when I do get a chance to come out and do it and put on a broadcast, I'll come and do it for you guys. I really wanted to do one yesterday. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I really wanted to. There's now an opening for me to go ahead and do more of these live streams with you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know about you, Brother Tate, if you feel like it. I know it's pretty late for you. It's 10:30 your time. But hell, if any of you guys want to come up, you're more than welcome to. I know some people are kind of taking it easy because of the weather. All right, hold on a second. Checking my sound. Check 1 2 1 2. So yeah, I saw that today. If you check out the Learn to Trade channel on IG and YouTube, he put out the new training schedule for Fetco. If you're not familiar with Fetco, what's going on, HVACR? What's the word? They are one of the options for Starbucks as far as the coffee maker, brewed coffee and tea. So it's in their locations, they have the option of Fetco or bun. And it can go either way. It's really based on what's available. And then if either one is available, then it's on what the staff likes to go with. And according to what's happening right now with Starbucks, who knows what's going on with that. So Starbucks is revamping all their stuff. I think they have a new CEO. So many places have new CEOs. If you don't check out the industry trades, please do. I try my best to put them out, give you guys a good show, update you on what's happening in the industry. As you can see with the video I put out there, as some people are starting to come back in, you've got ovens on my training video, boilers, you got steamers, all ice machines, all types of commercial appliances. So let me see here. What do I want to come up here? And I actually want to come up here and do a little show and tell. So what I'll do is I will simply just open up and show my pictures. I do believe I've sorted out any inappropriate pictures, but we'll go with that. Yo, brother, learn a trade. Yeah, yeah, you brother, that cold weather takes it out of you. Man, we are like in the low 30s, and it takes so much out of you. And I do know, to switch gears, I do know I have so many people that really are interested in hearing about the dishwashers and stuff. So I got one for you. I'm just going to give you a little recap. So what you see here on the screen, this is your heating element for your high temp dishwashers. So you'll have these, it doesn't matter, as long as it's high temp, you're going to have your booster heater. Some units have multiple, as far as two, and others might just have one. Like these under counters, they're just going to have the one. And I had the issue where the minute you flip the switch, the unit would pop the circuit breaker. And it had been a minute. When I say a minute, I mean probably like a good 3-4 years since I had one that did this to me. And so at first I wanted to rule out that it was not the on and off switch. A lot of times you have the on and off switch will get shorted out, and then the minute you flip it on, the damn thing will trip the breaker. I went on ahead and ordered a new switch, but what I should have did was remove the wires, just like you see this orange tag in the background. You remove the wire over there from the thermostat or the high limit, and then you can turn the unit on. That will, if the unit stays on, yeah, if the unit stays on, then you know you don't have a short in your switch, in your on and off switch. Yeah, I got to turn off the sound. So Harbor Freight is not just for automotive repair. So I took a couple of my wheel chocks that I used when I changed my brakes, and instead of letting all the water run out of the dishwasher, and I had to change the booster heater, you just lift up the front. Now this is of course after you drain the dishwasher for at least about a good 5 minutes. You're still not going to get all the water out. So I actually started working on it before I realized that I needed to prop it up. So that's what you see there. You could use wood blocks. You can use any number of things, and you can just prop that sucker up. Most times they're on legs, sometimes they're not. And so once you have it pitched back, as you can see here, I removed the three bolts, and then you're able to remove that element. I had a previous question where they went way back on an old video that I had. Hell, I even want to say that video was like 5 or 6 years ago, but it was an old video that I had where I took a Sawzall and cut the element apart. You will have, let me go back. This element, this is only a 2 or 2.5 year old dishwasher. But when they're older, these rods, these heating elements, they will split and they have a tendency, see how they're held together with this bracket, they have a tendency to even spread or, you know, spider out, and then you can't remove them from the hole that you have to work with. See, I think this is the video I should have showed the staff over there. So this was a good call for me. This is about the second time I've come over here. First time the staff overfills the dishwasher and when water runs down, so I had to do customer education. But this time they actually had something wrong. And this time I was able to win over the customer and get the entire service contract on all their commercial stuff. They have 2 true bar backs. They have a Scazio double boiler. I mean, a double, we'll just say, has 2 pour spouts. Long day. Man, let me go on this way. On their espresso machine. So I'm going to do the PMs on that at least twice a month. I mean, twice a year. Sorry. Long day. And then, of course, the dishwasher, I'm going to be doing the PMs on that. And I've already started selling them soap. They were using Amazon stuff. Yeah, so there's the Amazon stuff. And then today I started delivering the very first of the Spartan detergent that I prefer to use. So yeah, this is the machine now that I've changed. There's the other heating element. What was wrong with it? What was wrong with that heating element is right there, that hairline crack. It looks like nothing. This looks like nothing, but you actually had water coming through there and causing a short. That's what was causing this unit to immediately trip the breaker. As soon as you hit start, that sucker would just go right back out. And like I said, it's you know, it's electrical, so anything can happen, but it's just not one of those type of things that I think about. It's just not as common as some of the other issues. You guys always ask me, "Oh, what's the common thing? What normally is it on the commercial?" You don't have a normal. Every situation is different. Usually what causes this hairline crack is that these washers getting tightened down too tight. Unfortunately, this situation looks like it was tightened down too tight from the factory. And then through bouncing around and things like that, it developed some kind of a hairline crack. And it just grew to the point where it even moved to the side that sealant material, which actually is something new that they started putting on these heating elements. So this is the espresso machine that I am going to take care of from here on out. Let's see what else I got there. Oh, what is that? So this is the detergent. Here's the rinse aid that I am selling to these guys. So every month they're going to get Spartan rinse aid from me, and then they will have Spartan all temp detergent. And then one of the owners, one of the managers he also wanted me to do some work on his at his home, a Miele dishwasher at his home. So what do we got here? We got about 6 people in here, not bad. Almost everybody came back from earlier. Across from one of my suppliers, Imperial Dade, is Hunt Brothers Pizza. This is their showroom for Houston. I don't know if it's for Texas, but this is their showroom for Houston. So apparently they're pushing this centerline trash, Charleston, which isn't even made by Charleston. It's just it's a budget line. Somebody else makes it. I think it's out of like Honduras or China. I think it's out of China. And Charleston slaps their name on it, but they slapped the Centerline logo on it. There's been a lot of issues with the Centerline brand. I don't know how long it's going to last. And I don't know what they were using before that, but this is their little mock showroom. As you can see, I'm like a little kid looking through the window at Christmas time, looking through the Macy's window display. So this is what they got set up for Hunts Brothers. What you're looking at, the warmer, is the Hatco. So this is a Hatco warmer. Let's see if you can see my hand if I go over. I doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But this is Hatco. So this is a Hatco, wrong side. This is a Hatco warmer. And they have an oven. So that's the other thing I wanted to look at. Next time, I have to go over there tomorrow. They share the same parking lot with my chemical supplier. So I'll go on over there. But this is Hunts Brothers Pizza. That's from my house. So this is some of what they were pushing to clientele at Hunts Brothers Pizza. In the video, you'll see I put this out on Instagram as well. This is the only other dishwasher training besides Myco that's available. I have attended, it doesn't say who the instructor is. I have also attended a champion training class many, many years ago. They are very good. They have a mock-up. So if at all possible, they'll have some units there for you. They'll have some live units. But if not, they'll have a head unit, and then they'll have some testing boards that are made up of the floats. And then you could play around with the system from there. But very good training class. So as you can see from here, for you guys in Florida, you'll be going to the headquarters, Newport Richey, Florida. Oh, that already passed. March. So next month, this is in Pittsburgh. AIS is one of the big guys. All of these are going to be big service companies that provide service for them and in the trade as a whole. eSource Miller Training Facilities. So that's Irving, Texas, April. Oh, there you go. All you guys out there in California, because it's still a decent time of the night for you guys in California. That's probably who's watching right now. So there you go, June. Commercial Appliance Service, Sacramento. General Parts, September. So it looks like that's going to be at the headquarters of General Parts at the training facility over there. Based on this, that's a very expensive multi-million-dollar training facility. So they more than likely are going to ship in some units. So if you go to the Bloomington training class, you're going to have the training boards, the mock-ups, as well as at least 1 or 2 units that are going to be hooked up to water and power. And then you got Joe Warren and Sons, Norwood, Massachusetts. That's November 4th and 5th. So as you see, they're just zigzagging all over the place. Now, let me see here. Did this pass already? Okay. Now, when you go to the Winston-Salem, this is also headquarters. This is the headquarters for Ollie Group. Ollie Group bought Wellbill. So these are actually 2 very large, very nice facilities that are going to be all hands-on type of equipment. Everything is going to be on at these 2 facilities. So this is the factory. Winston-Salem is actually where they're made. So when you go here, you're going to get the factory tour. Not only you're going to get the factory tour, you probably have some experience with the Byline flight dish machine. So that is April 8th and 9th and October 14th and 15th. So if you are going to travel, this is the best one at the Ollie Training Facility, which is the Champion Factory. I can't speak for them, but they used to, when you went to the factory, they used to spend a day on the oven that they make, on their combi oven, or it was like a half a day, because it's not really much to their oven. It's very straightforward. There is not much difference between the oven that they make and any of the Italian ovens. It is extremely, extremely similar. A lot of the same components and the whole nine. It's very similar construction. So these are like I said, the other well-built, that one already passed. That one would have been a good one. And General Parts would be a good one. I wish they would have came out with this a little sooner. I could have hit you guys up with some of this earlier, but it just came out. I check, no joke, I check over 100 different websites on a weekly basis to give you guys the latest and greatest, and that just popped up. So now on to ice. This is what you're going to experience. This is what you're going to experience. I still have up this old date on the video, but I have included all of the cities, and it is like 20 cities that True is going to. So now you know which ones you have to travel to if you want this kind of training. I cannot stress this enough, that this is the type of training that they're putting out that you really need to experience, especially if you don't have any experience with the True residential ice machine. You definitely need to come on down. If you attend the class, they will put you in consideration for service on their ice machines. They definitely will do you that. They definitely will put that in motion. And right about now, they might even put you in play to get calls on the commercial side for the refrigeration, freezers, and prep tables and things like that, and the residential. Little side note on that, they wouldn't give you the True residential line at a residence. They would give you the True commercial made equipment that is placed inside of a home. So good luck with that. But all in all, very good class. The trainer that gave the class, he was from Chicago like me, but he had lived out in California for, I think he said, like 2 decades. He is currently the one stationed in Texas. So he's been overseeing all the units that True has had in this Texas market, and then communicating that back with the factory. So they will give you this various different sheets that all have the training information on it. So all the QR codes that links to all their training material. Each and every person that goes to the class, they have no problem setting you up to sell the units. So they'll set you up so that you can sell the ice machines and sell the refrigerators. That is very common on the commercial side versus your residential, where they try to keep this stuff from you and put all these roadblocks in front of you. True wants each and every person. They want to give each and every one of you guys the ability to sell the units. So as far as it goes, True, Trolson, Continental, beverage air, those are all considered top tier lines. So here you go. Everything you're looking for, they have all that information right there. The QR codes, there's the hat that I'm wearing, the guide, and this is what leads you to all your guides. So what I did was I actually used my QR code, went to the actual training guide, and followed along with the trainer's program, for lack of a better term. So I was able to pinpoint everything he was talking about, everything he was showing up on the screen. There was also an exact copy of it in the training guides. So they have the guides for the users, and then they have the guides for us. And so this is the guide for us. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to know the specifics. You guys want me to let you peek behind the curtain? Put a 1 in the chat so I know. I know it's late. I know it's late. Put a 1 in the chat.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
All right, we got 1. We got another one.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
Come on. So while we're waiting on a little more interaction, just like with Isomatics class. Yes, yeah, we'll get into that. Yes, they do low jacket. They will hand out the components, the boards. This is the water distribution. No, I'm sorry. That's your ice guide. You got 2 different ways. You got 2 different ways for it to determine if the bin is full of ice. So you do have a beam that it shoots into the bin. So whether it's on a bin or if it's on a Coke, a drink dispenser, you got 2 different ways. So you can control how much ice is in the bin before it even gets to the curtain. And what you're seeing right there, there's the magnet, and the receiver magnet is on that right hand side. It is all made so that everything is accessible. Unfortunately, the smaller ones, the controller and the board is on the right. The larger ones, the controller and board is on the left. All right, Max Tax, thank you for checking in.
How good of you to join us.
I appreciate you. So as with all of these classes, you can ask them questions. So they go over all the differences that True has decided to make. They have a lot of input from people that have tenure in the field. So as you can see with this picture here, there is a very small hole at the end. This is part of the mechanism that lets the unit know how much water is in the system. Pretty much how Isomatic with their GEMU 90 and Scotsman and with their cubers, with the undercounter where they have the micro switch and the tubing. When the water comes into the tubing and it pushes the air over to the micro switch, and then that activates the pump. Similar to that function, this guy will let the air go through that tube, and then there'll be a secondary tube inside of this one, and then it will hit the switch. So it's not an actual switch like with the Isomatic. It is an electronic switch that you cannot blow into. If you blow into it, you're going to damage it. So he went over this and how you're supposed to take care of it and all that good stuff, and how you actually change it, because you don't change it in the way you typically think. So he goes over all that in class. This is the board. and he goes over all the pieces. So the switch attaches to, and everything is labeled. So it'll go over there. See, so it says bin switch. So your bin switch goes into there. Display, communication, auxiliary ports. Everything is labeled. The board has a fuse on it. They have, just like Manitowoc, they have 4 sensors. Now, the fun part, the volt is 20. The fill valve is a 24 volt DC fill valve. Fun times. Fun times. So now we are, you're dealing with 110, you're dealing with 220, and now we're dealing with 24 volt DC valves. Fun part with that is hopefully we don't have the coils burning up like we do with some of the other brands. And ask your questions while we're getting down. Ask your questions. Go ahead. You know, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. But like I said, this is one you definitely need to take. They're using aluminum microchannels, like air conditioning. So yeah, when you got a leak in the when you got a leak, it's over with. So they're gonna send you out the whole kit where it's gonna switch over to the copper and the whole 9. Oh, and the other fun part, no more. This unit has a TXV. It is R290. No more. See, I was actually there. No more TXV work, and they are sticking with LAE. They are all in with LAE. This is the bin. This is the controller that shoots the laser beam into the bin. And then, like I said, I was able to follow along with them. You got your schematics there. The entire lid, the entire top lid has a schematic. The schematic is the entire width of the lid. So he said, hey, look, we're all getting older. You guys want us to look at these, 2 and 3 inch size schematics? No, blow this thing up. So it's a waterproof diagram. So all the electronic information is at the very top of each and every machine. So once you take the top off, you have a poster size. So, like that poster of Halle Berry in Boomerang, you got a poster size schematic like that. So it's not little. And then as you're seeing here, you also got the same thing in the book, and it's telling you the condenser fan motor. It is a multi-speed. So, well, actually 2. Well, I don't know why it says 3 here, because he told me it was 2 in the class, or maybe that's the pump, or whatever. But it's a multi-speed fan, and it actually will go in reverse, but the reverse is only for the condenser. But he's telling you right here. So they went through and they spelled everything out for you. So the control board is what's handling the speeds. The pump motor is hardwired for single speed. Yeah. So all of that good stuff is there. Like I said, there's another thing where they break down the board, each and every component, where everything goes. So you're not at a loss for like, damn, where did I take that thing off of? You're gonna know where everything goes. All right, so that's it. So here's the TXV. And yes, there is an issue when you're trying to install a TXV and it's surrounded by all of this vinyl hoses and plastic. So to prevent you and I from warping, burning, melting any of these internal components on these 90% plastic interior parts. We only have to, it's going to come as an assembly. So this is the TXV harvest valve assembly. So we're no longer going to be doing this. And I hope the rest of the industry picks up on this, because doing this with isomatic kicking my ass. So now all you have to do is just join the ends now. A lot less drama. So there's the unit, there's the low jack. So each and every unit is using it, and he spends a little time going over this. Each and every unit has a low jack on it, communication device, a cell phone essentially, with each unit, and so you don't have to worry about it communicating through Wi-Fi. It is actually communicating with True Manufacturing through a cellular connection. So cell phone connection, no matter what. You know if the unit is being used, you know how much ice it's using, you know where in the facility it is. So if you're leasing a unit and they try to steal your unit, oh, we were robbed and they took the ice machine, they took some of our coolers, you'll be able to locate your ice machine. Not only will you be able to locate your ice machine, you will be able to disable your ice machine. So all of that from this sucker here, and they're also able to troubleshoot the unit remotely. So True is going to know, and hopefully I didn't say another manufacturer's name, but True is going to know before you know anything. So True is going to be aware of any such issues, and then they will contact you or the customer. And so, yeah, this unit has 2 fans. Molex plugs. Let me see. You get to take a couple of breaks. And so during one of the breaks, I walked on over. They give you breakfast, coffee, cookies, muffins, and then they will feed you, like Frolic class, they'll feed you. Because we're in Texas, they gave us a Tex-Mex lunch. So the class went from 8 to 12. So here's a look at the chill plate. So they're saying that this has the largest evaporator. I'm sorry. This has the thickest coating, electroplated coating. True does not do the coating themselves. They send it off to a company that only does electroplated coating to hopefully give this thing a chance. So they said, hey, look, we don't, this is their words, not mine. They say, hey, look, we don't do plating all the time. So we'd rather leave that to the experts. And so they do everything else. And then they send off the evaporator to get it, to get the coating attached to it, and then it comes back, and then they're explaining that they tested the components twice. Once before they send it over to get coated, and then again when it comes back from the treatment. Make sure all the weep holes and everything else is good. All right, let me see here. Any questions? I'm gonna jump to the next one. So when I was around the corner, Istro. This is the new Istro warehouse for State 28. Before they didn't even have a warehouse in Houston. So now they got a nice warehouse. They got it stocked, and so they will ship, around the country to the customer. So if you're having an issue with your distributor, Istro will ship that sucker out. So we'll get you an ice machine. This is the little under counter that they got. So this one has LED lighting in the bin. So it's got the 4 LED. This is the under counter nugget The rest are larger, 400-pound, 500-pound. They have some 1,200 pounders. There's your beloved schematics, and this is Istro. So we're done with the True. Everybody has said, "Hey, look, the workforce is getting older. Everybody is like 50, between 45 and 55. Even I am using reading glasses. I used to have 15 vision up until a couple years ago, but that's a whole nother story. And so there's all the instructions. There's your wind diagram. They're not hiding anything from you. That's the construction. So no, it's not. This will hit the side of the cabinet. Well, there's the hookup. They did it pretty much just like Hoshizaki. They copied almost everything on Hoshizaki. So these are the much larger units that will fit on a 22. Here's a 22 and larger. So Istro is ready to rock and roll, parts, the whole nine. So the parts clerk is already, there's your compressors down there. They're ready. Now I haven't had the need for any calls. And speaking of calls on new machines, this is the 2.5-year-old Hoshizaki. As you can see here, this sucker already had a leak. It didn't have separated plates. I repeat, the plates did not separate, but it already leaked out. It already leaked out refrigerant. So excuse me. So I also had some other issues with the float. The pins on the float switch were bent and all that. Hoshizaki has just been, it's just been letting us down. It's just been letting us down left and right, man. So let me see what else I got for y'all. Let me see what else I got. No need of doing a 16-hour live stream. Oh, this is some of the stuff I'm looking into for you guys. What the hell is this? Oh, this is more stuff in Vegas. So yeah, Vegas is adding more and more restaurants on and off the strip, adding new restaurants. This is for you Canadians. Adding more restaurants. There are a number of chains I'm going to get into, and they are all talking about adding 1,000 locations in the United States and Canada in the next 2 years. So Barrio Burrito Bar is going to add. It's got 110 just in Georgia. It's supposed to do 110. So people are trying to find something to do with this money, and they're going to grow this brand up to 1,000. So I'm telling you guys this kind of stuff so you can get in there. You can get in there because
this is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
And it's a whole hell of a lot easier to be first. Chicken salad chick. Chicken salad chick. So they just inked a deal. And I'm sorry, I didn't think this is restaurant news. Both of these, I'll cite my source on the next one. I do apologize. I normally mention the publisher. Let me see here. I should have another one. Damn it. Damn. I'll cite the news on the next one. I'll cite it tomorrow. But Chicken Salad Chick is also going to go to record numbers of new stores. 88 deals. 88 new stores are going to be popping up. And this is from today. This is from this afternoon or the other day. This is from the other day they published this. Let me see how close I can get in on this. So what you're looking at, dead center, holding the scissors, and then the gentleman behind her, this is typical of the owners of a chicken salad chick. It is usually the entitled, over demanding, Martha Stewart, Ray. What the hell was her name? What the hell's her name? Ray. What was that girl that used to be on the Travel Channel? And then they gave her own cooking show, and she says EVOO all the damn time. She used to be she gained a lot of weight, but she was a quite a slim thing. But anyway, but now all the food caught up with her. But this is what all of these owners look like. So Rachel Ray, yes, Rachel Ray was, when she was on the Travel Channel, she was you actually got a chance to see her pants go from touching the bottom of her shoe to, by the end of that second season, all her pants were floods. All her pants were floods. But yeah. But beware. What I'm trying to tell you is beware, because they are extremely, the outward appearance is that they're extremely nice, but they are and can be quite venomous, and they don't quite understand. They don't quite understand the minutia of the business. They don't understand all the ins and outs. They're in love with the idea. The typical chicken salad chick owner is a married woman, or the husband passed away, and she's trying to teach her daughter business and all that kind of stuff, and girl power and girl boss, which is cool and all, but just know that it's not all just about smiling at the customer and being nice to your employees. They lack the fundamentals when it comes to maintaining the equipment. They don't understand that every single chicken salad chick has a structural concept unit. That's when you first come into the store. They have a structural concept unit. They're able to grab things and then go to the register. When they go to get a drink, the customer goes to get a drink, there is a Hoshizaki ice machine there, probably sitting on top of a Lancer bin. They don't understand that Hoshizaki, that ice machine, needs to be cleaned. There needs to be service done to it, and that the employees are not capable. Then there's a second Hoshizaki, which is in the back, that the employees use because they have a drive-through. Well, if they have a drive-through, most are set up to have a drive-through. They don't all have to have one. But if they have a drive-through, that means there's going to be a second machine in the back. So that second machine, and it's usually a low boy. So that Hoshizaki nugget must also be cleaned. They're going to have true merchandisers. They don't understand about that either. Then they're going to have Continental. Every single chicken salad chick is going to have Continental refrigeration. So all the prep tables and things like that, it's all going to be the R290 Continental units. And if you know anything about working on Continental, if you know anything about working on R290, you'll know that they have sealed off the back. Out of sight, out of mind. So because you can't see the condenser, they don't clean the condenser. And usually, well, every single time, they, lint and gloves and things like that get stuck up in the condenser, and you end up causing, hopefully, the worst that happens is that the unit overheats and it shuts down. It'll also have drains that'll get blocked up and things like that. So all these things need to be attended to. And meanwhile, Rachel Ray over there is wondering why and having her husband call you and I don't understand. This thing is new. And so just be aware if you go through that, that's one of the issues you're going to have is the actual owner and or the husband. And the husband, I don't know why, but the husband is always some kind of a first of all, they got to the point where they were able to afford this, purchasing these units. So they are a family of means, but the husband is always going to try to negotiate with you some kind of way, not knowing that you have the upper hand in every part of the damn negotiation. And he's always going to say, "Oh, I can do it myself." I have no doubt that these owners can do it themselves. I encourage them to do it themselves. They don't know what to do. They don't know that the condenser coils have to be clean. They don't know that you have to remove the entire back panel to get to it because it is a protection barrier in case there is some type of a fire or explosion. They install this containment wall. They don't realize what it is when your true merchandiser starts to have a refrigerant leak. They don't know what to look for, what that is. So plenty of work, and they're always going to try to leverage the fact that they own this and they're going to buy 5 or 6 more, or they own this and 5 or 6 more, and then they want to work out some deal. Good money, but just keep in mind that as long as they stay in business, you can come back to them and remind them that you were there during the early days.
What?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah.
So you understand the words I'm saying to you.
Yeah, because they sure are not gonna understand in the beginning, but as time goes on, they're gonna get the hang of it as time goes on. So oh yeah. More to CMA. What the hell was this anyway? Oh, this is the spot I was looking at. Another view of the booster heater for that under-counter dishwasher. This is the same booster heater that's on the uprights at your grammar schools, your restaurants, your grocery stores. Same thing.
All right.
So that's what it looks like up top. And this is when I disconnected the wires. That was the switch. Now it's just there's your timer. Like I said, I see dishwashers in my sleep. Yeah, the contactor was just really glitchy. Oh, what the hell's up with that damn contactor? It needs to be clean. They actually wanted me to replace it. It needs to be clean. So I was just checking all the rest of the switches and whatnot. When you're pushing down on the contactor, you can always use the butt end of a screwdriver, a plastic screwdriver. Let me see if I got the picture here. So here's where I disconnected the wire. I disconnect that one from the thermostat. Then I have a non-contact voltage tester. Let me make sure we get. And that's the detergent that they're using that is wrong. and they were using sanitizer instead of rinse aid. And a lot of that contributed to their problems. So they were always having problems with the dishes not drying and things of that nature. And that's because they didn't have a drying agent on their dishes. Yeah, so weird. So weird the way that sucker was acting. Anyway, so yeah, you can, and it was nice of somebody to leave the tag up there. I'd normally cut the damn tag off. And there's the high limit. So I'll put that back. Yeah, there we go. So I was able to show, okay, so here we go. I was able to show, once you put everything back together, this is what happens. And I normally carry with me, yeah, it killed the power. So There you go. That's when I said, okay, we had a problem there, but I didn't have the go ahead to change the heating element. And yeah, it's submerged in water. I didn't have the go ahead, but I carried one. I always carry one. I usually, I take that back. I always carry two. I always carry two with me. I got one timer, carry two, and then I was able to see here. I think I identified. I think I did identify on one of the posts how it did look. But when you check them all out, everything checked out fine. It's just that the ceramic was cracked. Oh, this is what I'm doing. I'm showing from here. They actually have the part number etched into the element. So it's like 5 6 oh 6 5 or 5618.00. You can't see the other digit on the other side. Why I'm showing you this is to let you know, yeah, you won't have a problem where you're like, oh, what element is this? They actually have the part numbers etched onto the part. It does say CMA right there on it. There are other people that make, because CMA doesn't actually make this element. There's other people that make it. It tells you that this is a 220 volt. Tells you this is a 220 volt element. This is wired up for single phase. You can actually wire it up for 3-phase. Now I'll cover that on another one. And there's my new one. I say new, but I've had it in the van and it gets corroded. All the stuff wears off of the digits, off the paper. That's how long I had it in the van. Normally I carry two. Like I said, I use one and I had the other one. Because it's just your luck. You'll have a unit that both elements are out, or you'll have 2 dishwashers in a day. So here's the cost of the rinse aid. So as you see, $45. So you make about $10. You make about $10 a bottle. Yo, my apps, what's happening? Make about $10 a bottle, and then next to it there is the all temp detergent. Right here. And so my supplier is Imperial Dade. And that's the one where they share the same parking lot with Hunt's Brothers Pizza. It's a huge complex, and they share the same parking lot with Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Yo, Invictus, what's up, man? Yeah, I was just going over. I'll go over some of this on tomorrow's show, but I was just going over some of the things that True has going on with their class. I was going over these are the components that you go over. My nice new hat. I went and got my another new Istro hat. So Invictus, here is, where the hell is everything? Here's the warehouse over here, and they can ship out of this warehouse for the ice machines or the other one. I had them looking at the residential one because I actually had a customer for the little residential guy. So this is the difference in size of a little 70 pounder versus the other machines that are your 500 and your 450 pounders, stuff like that. These are the ones that go on top of the soda machines and things like that. So this is Istro parts and all that. I can't remember if it was you or if it was somebody else who was talking about a Hoshizaki. So this is a Hoshizaki that is only 2.5 years old that has some kind of refrigerant leak. So gotta dig into that later on. Just fun stuff. Just going over this stuff with you guys. Just various different training. If you look at the new video and see, here is, and there I am with the Spartan. There I am with the rinse aid. So I brought the rinse aid in today. And just to finish up and take off that damn the other. It's probably you. Yeah, when you're dealing with Hoshizaki, yeah, you always gotta deal with the damn plates, and then Gotta make sure, because if it's not making ice, and it's not the float, and it's not the if it's not the chill plate, it's gonna be that it's got a damn leak somewhere. I can say this now. Hoshizaki can't. Technical issue: you have broken 2 PVC drains on the back. No, that's not a technical issue. Hold on 1 second. That's no. You technically, you just cut them. You can just cut them. So, PVC. So PVC is extremely cheap. There it is at Home Depot. You only need, it's $12 for, I don't know how they, I guess it's for one. No, it ain't $12 for one. It should be 2-something bucks. Yeah, you're gonna break PVC. See, it's only 35 cents for 90. You're gonna need a couple of pieces. So here you go. These are the smaller ones. So you're gonna need a couple of pieces. You're gonna need half and quarter. When you go to work on these units, because you're not experienced with this yet. You don't know the give and take. Of course they leak. They're broken. you gotta fix them. It's not a big deal. It's gonna cost you all of $5. So this is PVC glue. Chances are, all right. So all you need is a union. Of course they leak, but all you need is a union. So when you go to Home Depot, and you don't even need these two. You just need the purple primer. It's got its own applicator, and you can even go with the hot blue. You can go with the hot blue. It's supposed to be all in one. It's a primer and glue all in one with the hot blue. That's why it's called hot. The primer actually softens up the PVC so that the glue could bond them together. Well, you weren't supposed to break the damn thing in the first place. Mongo strong. Mongo move ice machine. And you went and pulled it, and it went clack. It went crack. Man, that's on your ass. Yo, nigga. That's on you. You saw that thing was hanging on for dear life, but you said, "Oh man, I'm gonna pull it some more." That's what your ass get. Learning lessons. That's what you get.
I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna need the glue, and you're going to need the PVC unions. So these are you're gonna get the white ones. Flexol? What the fuck is Flexol? Brother, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about, Flexol? What Flexol? I don't know what the hell you're talking about when you're talking about Flexol. Yeah, you can come up. The link is over there. The link is on the chat. What the hell you mean Flexol? So anyway, this is, let me show you what the union looks like. A coupling. I'm sorry, coupling. PVC. I just showed the damn glue. What are you talking about? I just showed you. Hold on a second. Shit. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go back. I'm in the wrong screen. Hold on. Let me drop this. Oh, there you go. I'm in the wrong screen. Hold on a second. Let me remove that. Yeah, so you thought you was He-Man, huh? You He-Man, huh?
Can you hear me?
Oh, like bull. Hey, that motherfucker went crack.
Can you hear me?
Oh. You got real. Oh. You switched it up real fast, didn't you?
Can you hear me?
Oh. So, oh no. Yeah, you was shitting. You pieced your pants, didn't you?
Can you hear me?
What was that? Went up a octave, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, your ass got to be observant. You lucky that wasn't the damn water line that broke like that. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Share this on the screen. I got to start a new tab. Yeah, no. All you need is a union.
Can you?
It's no
Damn, you can't.
all
Hello.
of 3 minutes. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Now this is past tense. I already did it. Got a
That's,
union and so forth from Home
oh,
Depot, but
see.
unfortunately, though,
Uh-huh.
you know that drain at the very bottom of the ice bin. I've got
Yeah.
a KM module on top, ice bin under it, the very
Uh-huh.
module at the drain pipe at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
That I don't know if I put the grommet on properly because there's still a tad bit of a link. I did a pretty good job replacing it, but I'm not sure if I put the grommet on perfectly. You know, that leads to the outlet for
Tighten
the
it up.
drain.
You tighten it up, and then let me see if I can find a freaking video. My apps one. Let me show this glue real quick. Yeah, so like I said before, how much water is coming out?
Not a lot. It's just little drips, but over the course of a few hours, you know, it'll puddle. I put a little
Puddle.
roasting pan at the bottom,
Wait,
on the back.
whoa. What? You don't have a phone, brother? Is this 1985? You got one of the Motorola bag phones? What's going on?
Brother, I ain't leave there till 5 a.m.
Was the picture going to expire?
No, yeah, okay. Next time I'll
Take a
do the note.
picture. Take a video.
Oh, I got plenty of that.
You could then send it. Say, hey, is this normal? Or should it just? What do I need to do to stop this from happening? Whatever you are experiencing, put some eyes on it digitally. Capture that sucker.
Oh, I did.
Well, let's send it on over.
Okay. Appreciate that. I sure will.
Yeah. You can send it now if you want to. It's right there. Or you can send it to your phone right now. The phone, or you can add it to the show. Either one. Either.
Recordings.
So yeah, just send me so I have an idea what you're doing, what you're dealing with. But so you guys that are watching, you asked, show us the union, show us the glue. So it's not a union, it's a coupling. So here is a coupling.
Yep.
Say 54 cents. And then so you never really know what the hell size they put on there, because with these guys, it's whatever the hell they had on the truck. But
3/4.
it is 3/4, it's ½ inch, and you're talking about cents. You're not even talking about dollar. And then once again, here's the glue. So you got a couple of options with glue. Let's see. Here's the clear one. You can get all fancy with it, and then you can get a PVC cutter. So if you want to a cleaner line, and if what you broke is a little jagged, you can go ahead and take a PVC cutter. I think they're up to $8. I remember them damn things used to be $3. I think they're like $8, something like that. But it'll give you
a little bit pricier here. Is like $3 for those couplers and whatnot. Because I went back and forth a few times. I mean, yeah, I bought it. It's no problem. But
here's the trick.
Okay.
Buy everything. Keep the receipt. You can just return it. You can return it.
Yeah.
That way you're not going back and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
Spend the $30 to $25. Get a bunch of different couplers, a bunch of different you can buy the PVC. You would be out at most $30. And then you return it. As long as it hasn't been used, they will take it back.
Yeah, I had to go back and return something. Right.
Take it back. What's that?
No, I had to go back last night. It was an odyssey. I had to go back and forth a few times to get the right sizing. And it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Yeah. It was damn learning. I can probably start a new plumbing business now.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Why you don't think I was so upset when my van got broken into and they stole all that stuff? Because I had enough, like you said, when you're doing this kind of work, you're an electrician, you're a plumber. I had all this carpentry stuff, because you got to mount the water filters. People are mounting them to the machines now, but you'll often find that they are mounting the water filters to the wall, and then so you're going to want to make that secure, and you end up with wood cutting saws, you end up with all kind of stuff. You end up with all. So
and I appreciate that tip too about the water.
Yeah,
I needed that because that's what I used last night, or I'd still be bailing ice out of that dispenser.
I told you.
That really worked nicely.
Yeah, because with hotel buildings, it's extremely difficult to get that ice out. Yeah, you're just better off just hosing that sucker out, be done with it.
It took an hour, but
we're just too.
Oh, let me. You want me to send it to your Instagram?
Either one, yeah.
I'm having problems doing it here. Actually, let me see.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I got it.
So while you're doing that, I'll talk to the people. So here's the cutter, $13. When I started out, it was a couple dollars. When I started out, everything was a couple dollars, but it is what it is. $13 freaking dollars, but it'll give you a nice clean cut. If you're in a pinch, you can wrap. You know how you take string or rope and put it around a stick, and then like go from side to side and cause this stick to start a fire and burn. You can do the same thing with PVC. You can wrap a little piece of twine around that and then just go back and forth like floss, and it will slowly saw through that sucker.
Okay.
So if you don't have it and it is late and it's, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware is closed, if you got some twine, some string, you can always cut it like that. You can always cut it. And then you can always score that sucker with this. This is damn, my video is so delayed. This ain't just for protection. This is also a tool for work. All right, so so you guys see the cutter, PVC glue. And so you got a kit that's $12. So you're supposed to prime it first and then use the glue. Or you can go with the all-in-one, which is $10, which is why it's around the same as the kit. So this is going to do the same thing. This is going to slightly melt the PVC so it can bond together better. And then they have other ones that are a little cheaper. This weld on, it's just $8. Just know you won't be able to keep this stuff forever. I don't care what you do. It's going to dry up. It's going to dry up in that can. So once you open it up, the clock is ticking. Before you start a new job, check the can, because you think you got something and you're going to get to the job site and you ain't going to have nothing. Just words and wise. Hold on 1 second. PVC. So yeah, when you break that stuff, it's only a few, 67 cents to join the two broken pieces together. Now, remember, when you add a union, it's going to add to what was there. So it's going to actually be more, which sometimes makes it harder to fit everything together, which is why at times you might want to cut the damn thing. You might want to cut it so it'll fit just like it was once before. And just so you know, you're going to want to use these unions anyway, these couplings. I keep saying unions. You're going to want to use these couplings anyway, because if you want to do another He-Man move like what you did, you cut the PVC first, sir. You cut it and then you move it. And then when you're ready to put it back, then you go ahead, put it back, and glue everything and put it together with the union. And away you go.
It gets it.
While I'm looking for those photos,
Yeah.
I want to ask you, when I finished cleaning, put it back together, and partially resolved the problem. Damn evaporator I came back late in the afternoon. Ice was freaking frozen on the evaporator coils. No ice.
Right, because your plates are separated.
Damn, it was fine before I started cleaning it. I know that.
It's never fun before you start cleaning. It's never fun. You tell yourself that, but it ain't never fun before you start cleaning. It had ice. Here's the deal. It had ice in there because parts of it, the plate hasn't separated yet. Your plate separation is what on the right was on the right side.
The plates on the left, it's a KML. Sorry, it's a KML 325 MAJ.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the plates are on the left side.
No. The separation when the tubing comes into the evaporator, the separation started on the right side or the left side.
I think it's on the left. I didn't see the honestly, I just gave it a quick little clean for this one because it was 3 a.m. and I plan on going back and finishing it later. But obviously, when it iced up, that's what I figured. Like, because the other machine,
there's nothing to finish. Man, this motor is smoking. Every time I drive, there's a white cloud out there. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Because the other machine that I cleaned a couple of days ago, the plates are separated on that. I think we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they want me to do a seal system on that one.
Oh, make sure you get your money up front.
Yeah, I told them it's gonna be what the price is gonna be. They said it's probably cheaper than buying a new one.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
No, once you get done with everything you got to do, hell no. It's going to be cheaper, but it's going to be cheaper by hundreds of dollars. So here's the new evaporator right there. This is the new Edge. I don't think you're dealing with Edge, and I know you're not dealing with this large of a machine.
No.
So
about $600 for the evaporator is what my dealer told me.
Oshizaki said?
Yeah. They said 600. That's their price.
And when did they say that they were going to have the evaporator?
That's a good question. I'll have to call them back on that.
Yeah, because sometimes you're waiting a year.
That long?
They have to make it.
Wow.
Here's the deal. If they're making the evaporator, they're not making an ice machine. They've already made money off the one you got to work on.
Okay.
So they need to make machines, not evaporators. They're not Hoshizaki, the evaporator company. They're Hoshizaki, the ice machine company. Okay. So they need to make ice machines. So you got to wait along with everybody else in the whole continental of the United States of America. So when I need mine and I put in for it, you're in line behind the guy that put in the order before you. And so on and so forth.
Wow. So I'm better off just trying to sell them a new one.
Hell yeah. Because you can't guarantee when you're going to get the new evaporator in. And then here's the deal. Like I was explaining, I don't think you was here when I was explaining about the evaporator. About the TXV. When you're brazing around all that plastic, you usually end up scorching it, warping it. Yeah, and it's usually not pretty. It's usually not a pretty ordeal. I have yet to see it looking like brand new once they've done that kind of work. And then too, the other thing you got to worry about is, you still got the same old compressor. You got the same old, what else are you going to do with this? Because you got to change the dryer.
Yeah.
The same old TXV. Damn, losing my light. Same old TXV. Now you got the same old circulation pump. And because here's the thing. The customer, just so you know, I'm not trying to deter you. I'm trying to prepare you. The customer is going to be of the mindset, oh, I got a brand new machine. No, you got a brand new evaporator. You still got the same circulation pump. So when that circulation pump goes out, guess what? You got to pay me another $1,500 when that go out. You know, and everything when the float goes, they got to pay you for that. They got to pay for all that. They're not getting a new float. They're not getting a new circulation pump. They're not getting a new intake valve, fill valve. They're not getting a new one. They're gonna have the same one that they've had. Hold on 1 second. I don't have a cord for this damn light. Oh man. Losing my light. Losing my light. It's gonna be a little dark, people. It's gonna be a little dark. So that is something to keep in mind, and you want to let that be in the customer's forefront of their mind. Because just like I was talking with Charles about that this morning, he's like, yeah, that guy ain't had them. Yeah. You know, we were saying, hey, this dude ain't gonna need no alarm clock. You gonna have that customer call you. Everyone, hey man, the ice machine had a freeze up at this. Well, yeah, you had a freeze up. It's been 6 months. It's been 8 months. You ain't cleaned the damn ice machine in 8 months. So yeah, you're gonna have a freeze up. Yeah, you're gonna have scale on the float. But they gonna want to attribute that to the damn evaporator, and they're gonna say that you should come out there for free. So you want to prepare the customer is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't see your pictures, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them here and trying to upload here because I have them all over the place. I'm about to probably get them to you. I got to go up there first thing tomorrow to see what happened because I turned it off because it was icing up to try to salvage it.
Well, that's why you have the hose.
Yeah. Well, I didn't feel like dealing with it. I was up there.
Okay. Well, just so you know, if you take the hose on any freeze up, you'll get rid of that block of ice 8 to 10 minutes. Probably less than that. Anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, that freeze up will be gone. That ice will be gone.
And just run the cycle again and let it produce some ice.
It ain't gonna produce no ice.
It's not.
It's gonna do the same thing it did. So here's the deal: you ice machines have to be perfect. Ice machines must be perfect. There is no half-ass in it with ice machines. So it is a measured, set amount of water in the ice machine. And if you're dripping water, if you're losing water, it's going to freeze up because there's not enough water evenly going over all of the chill. Damn, lost my freaking light. So you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem.
But the pushback, is going to be, hey, it was making ice before you got on it.
Oh, they're always going to say that. It comes with the territory. It is what it is. You're learning. This is just baptism by fire. You're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through it. You're learning. They got this is at a hotel?
Yep.
Yeah, they have other machines. Just as long as you're responsive, as long as they call you and you tell them they tell you there's a problem, you say, okay, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. They're fine with that.
I mean, they haven't noticed it yet, but I'm just saying they gonna notice it here soon, especially because I haven't collected my check yet.
But it doesn't matter. All right, how many ice machines did you do for them?
1.5. The one that was already broken that I fixed, quote unquote. Well, I hit the reset button. I cleaned that one, but that's the one. It still had problems too. That's the one that needs the seal system repair with the evaporator plates. So
right.
That was broken when I got there.
It's triggering a long harvest, and then you after 2 of those, it starts to beep, and then you had to go ahead and hit the reset button, and it works until it freezes up. And now with the other one you're saying it's freezing up because this is the one that's leaking water.
Drip, little small drips. It's nothing major.
It has to be perfect. Remember what I said? It has to be perfect. The little small drip, if you were to actually capture all of that water, like you said, it would probably fill up a little pan. All of that whatever went into that pan was supposed to be an ice cube.
Okay.
The ice on the plate is what triggers the machine to harvest. And so if less ice is on the plate is getting colder than what it should, earlier than what it should. The float is saying, hey, I've got no water. If I've got no water, it obviously has to be ice. Let's get rid of this ice. So then it starts to harvest. You know what I'm saying? But you have less water and it's colder, which leads to the freeze up.
Yeah, but this is in the dispenser, though, not dispenser, but at the inlet valve of the dispenser at the very bottom. Just that's where the leak is, because I believe that grommet may not be on the securely.
If you're seeing water leaking from there, it's not a little leak.
Well, you see the remnants of it after a bit.
Right. You must listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this for a reason. And you have the freeze up. So you gotta think 1 + 1 = 2. Stop trying to make it 3. 1 + 1 is 2. You
Gotcha.
have a problem. This is the problem.
Okay.
You can fight me on it all you want to, but you still got the problem. And I'm over here trying to tell you what the answer is.
No, I appreciate it.
No, I got you, but you got to follow me now. You got to follow me. It seems inconsequential. Oh, it's just a little bit. It's this, that, and that. Brother, you ain't been doing this long enough to know. A little bit of drip is a problem, right? If you got a little bit of a drip, don't you got to go see Dr. Bob? Go see the doctor. It's a problem, right? You got that LL Cool J. I mean, Cool Mo D. It's a problem, right?
Right.
Drip. Whether it's you or the machine, it's a problem. That goes for all of y'all out there. It's a problem. You can't have no kind of drip. Can't have no kind of drip. All of that water is supposed to go into the machine. Because Brother Charles, he finds that all the time. Oh man, it's just a little bit of drip. Yeah, I know. 2-3 days later, he got to go right back to the same location because they got a freezer. And I said, yeah, Brother Charles, sometimes it takes about 2-3 days. It's constantly losing water. Every time it fill up, there's less and less water in that damn machine. And then it triggers an alarm by day 2, day 3. Yours, it isn't even going to day 2, day 3. You're losing so much water that the chill plate is getting colder so fast that what water is in there is turning to ice on the right side. Because as you see from the way the tubing goes in, the refrigerant is going in on that upper line, and it's snaking through the evaporator, and it comes down at the bottom, goes all the way up to the next one, snakes through, and the return is down at the bottom. So by the time it's there, it's already returning. It's already done. It's already done. So it's no longer freezing by that point. That's why that's the last section to freeze, is this left-hand side. The lower left-hand side, when you're watching it make ice, the top right is going to start freezing first. And once you see the bottom left freeze, after a little while, you're going to start to hear that unit, that hot gas valve kick in. You're going to hear it, and it's going to be ready to make ice. So when you see that ice freeze up and it's on that right-hand side, you either got a refrigerant problem like what I got. You saw my picture, right?
All
right, let me put it back on the screen. But yeah, I really do need to see that water. I need to see how much of that water you got, because you shouldn't have any water dripping. No water dripping. So that's the best thing I could tell you is if you dripping, you need to go see the doctor. And if that ice machine is dripping, you need to go and check it out, because it's not right. And it's not a big deal on the grommet. On that, like I said, there's that black hose that goes from that section right there to the check valve. Sometimes you put that in backwards. It fits. And
this is a dispenser.
Hole. What's that?
This is the dispenser we're talking about here at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. That's by the time the water, all right. Water is hitting the back wall. It'll hit the very back wall and then run down the side into the back, into the dispenser. You should never see water in the dispenser. You're supposed to see this water down at the floor drain.
Right, it's shining a little bit, just a little bit. Right. Yeah.
So now, if you're seeing water trailing down the back, you got to make sure the ice guide that's sitting in there on an angle. You got to make sure that's sitting in there properly. You got to make sure that your curtain is right. If your curtain is not in there right, you're gonna lose water. The water, instead of it going back into the sump, the water drips into that hotel bin, and you end up seeing that water drip in there. Just remember, if you're having water drip into the hotel bin, if there was ice in there, the ice would melt. The ice would melt because it's being touched by water.
Okay.
So yeah, I need to see some pictures.
Let me see.
What I got?
Let me work on those.
Yeah, I just need to see some pictures. It's just a matter of something isn't in place correctly. It's in place, it's just not in place correctly, and you just don't know the difference. You don't know the difference. That, this industry is set up on OJT. It's not set up for rogue agents. That's what makes it so much harder to train you guys. Oh man, we can train you guys and we can put you out there in the field. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, do that. Let's see how that work out. So as you can see from here, you see how that line is frosted?
Okay.
Right. So the refrigerant goes in on that section of tubing, and then it cycles through the system up there, and the return is the one at the bottom of the screen. At the very bottom, that one that comes across, when that line is frosted, this wire right here is checking for the temperature of that line. So when that line reaches a certain temperature of freezing, when it reaches a certain temperature, in conjunction with the float, because the black wire that you see right there, that's the float wire.
Yeah.
The float wire, and your thermostat wire is a hard wire to see. That one right there. So when those two things happen at the same time, it triggers a harvest. If those two things aren't happening at the same time, you end up with beeps. So if the float isn't moving, you might end up with one beep. You might end up with 3 beeps, stuff like that. All kind of fun stuff. All kind of fun stuff. And like we talked about at Hoshizaki class, it's never the damn thermostat. It's never the damn wire. Everybody thinks it's a damn wire. It's never that. It's something else. So that's what I'm saying. You got to check and see frost pattern, just like you would on a residential evaporator. You're doing the same thing on the ice machine. What does the frost pattern look like? So you're going to see that, and then all the loops going through the evaporator, you're going to see those frost up as well, and you're going to follow the line. It's going to go up, and then that one's going to frost in the very last line right there. That's where the magic happens. Everybody hanging with me late tonight, huh? So I'm able to go and do more shows because a lot of other guys kind of, they said they're gonna take a break. So now I'm not impeding on anybody else's time slot or somebody else's viewers, nothing like that.
The first thing I can do is fix that leak.
Yes. So I don't have a picture of it now, but you see where the orange jug is. Yeah. Inside
recovery tank.
In there, see how everything is set up. You see this water that's running down. The very back wall. I don't know why they do it like this. They have a deep piano or something like that. Water will hit that very back wall. Oh, do you have all your plugs in on the tube at the top? At the top, did you have two black rubber cones that went into the water distribution tube at the top?
Yeah, everything's plugged in.
They were plugged in. They were pushed in. Because sometimes they come out, and when you slide them back, the water shoots out that hole in the back, and it'll run down the back wall. Charles is good for that one too. I'm like, Brother Charles. Sometimes you got to put a wire nut in there. Put some electrical tape on a wire nut. Jam that sucker in there until you get another stopper. So you can do that. So if you say that's in there, like I said, you have. Does yours have the little teeth in there that separate the water chamber from the bin?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so you want to make sure that's in there correctly. You might even have it in there backwards. They might be flipped the wrong way. They are there because just that little bit of water, they're supposed to catch that little bit of water bin. If it is not in position correctly, water is missing those in the back, in the very back, all the way back. Water is hitting that side and trailing down the back wall. Just a slight trail. When you run it, you could shine your flashlight. Just gave me this flashlight. True just gave me this sucker. It only does this, but you can shine that flashlight. Very back. You want to look above where the bin at the very top. Oh, let's see. The very top, you're going to look at that section, that whole open section at the very back wall, where the very back wall meets the opening. And you might I'm fairly certain, you're going to see a very small trickle. Very small trail of water. It's very, very small. No. That's a no-no, and that happens to everybody. They think it's no big deal. It took probably 5 years for Brother Charles to get that one. So Brother Charles, man, that's no go. That's no go. Either him or his son. And I don't see it. I'm like, man, there's some water trail in there. Guarantee you, brother, there's some water trail in there. Happens to everybody. There's some water there, brother. And that's what you got. Everybody runs into it. And then happening to you.
Any tricks on tightening up that grommet?
Teaching somebody about this someday.
Any tricks on tightening up that grommet at that ice bit?
It's fine. That water leaks down. It doesn't leak into that doesn't lead to the bin. That water goes directly to the back. That water goes directly to the back. That doesn't go into the bin. So it doesn't. You don't want to tighten it up too much. You're just going to tighten it up. It's just plastic. You just tighten it up a little bit. Slide the other plastic cover over it, and hook up your hose and make sure the hose is going the right way. Because both directions it'll fit. It'll fit either way. But one way is dumping water through the hole. The right way, it won't dump water through the hole. It'll only dump. It's designed so that only water goes through that hole when it's doing a dump. When it's draining the water, it's so much pressure it forces water through that hole, through the black hole in the hose. The hole doesn't go up; it goes down. You might
Okay.
have something up. It goes down. But when you first do this thing, you don't think it's that big of a deal, and you put it all back together, and you end up having to go back 3 times.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a little too late now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so far they're not tripping, but just, you know, I'm getting
Because,
ready for them.
because no one's perfect. This happens to everybody. It's a hotel, not a hospital. They're not putting organs on that ice. They'll be all right. As long as you keep coming back, they're fine. People don't trust hotels to begin with.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I tell you guys to go to hotels. We're happy to have you come there and work on it. The amount you charging is like what the other guys charge just to come out there and do a diagnosis. So they cool. They cool with it. As long you gotta, everybody starts somewhere. You gotta learn somewhere. This is gonna happen. This happens to everybody. It's happened to everybody. Everywhere. Even if you're doing on the job training, the first time the guy gets let loose on a piece of equipment, he gonna do that. I went through this for years with Charles. Every time Charles had guys working for him, Charles used to have, oh man, I think at one point in time Charles had 7 guys working for him. So that was 7 times. 7 times a day, I'm having to go over machines and do the same thing you're doing. I'd have to go ahead and correct all that 7 times a day. So it happens to everybody. It's just the learning part of it is like, hey, you know, you need to pick this up. You need to pick it up, learn it. But you know, that whole thing. And see, this is the thing, because some guys will call me like, oh man, I'm gonna buy a used machine, I'm gonna teach myself. Like, yeah, unless you hooking this sucker up and running it, you ain't gonna learn this kind of stuff. You got to take it apart, put it together, and there's so many different ways that these units can fail. Everybody, oh, what's the way to do? Man, there's so many different ways that these damn things can go bad. Oh, there's the damn picture I was looking for. They've been using this dishwasher like this for 2 years with the damn spinners attached. That's the picture. So, you know, stuff like that. Stuff like that. So what are the questions you got? Because I know you got your brain is cooking right now thinking about that damn dishwasher. And what hose? What, brother? You just got to go over there and take a look. You could wreck your brain all night and have an uncomfortable sleep, or you could sleep well knowing, okay, fine, let me go ahead and get at this thing tomorrow and send me the pictures, send me the videos, send me what you got. And then we'll get it worked out. You get it worked out, brother. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate that.
Out here on your own. It's different if you ain't got to scold the call. And then you up to.
Cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, that's me I'm also tapping on the screen. So Mike says Conroe decent area. Yeah, Conroe's a decent area. Hold on, man. Y'all act like y'all don't have Hold on 1 second. Let me drop this thing. Stop that screen. You know what? I should have kept that damn thing. I should have kept that damn. Somebody's Conroe, a decent area. Yeah, Conroe's a decent area. Yeah, that looks like the hood to me. Yeah, that looks like ghetto. Y'all killing me. It only take a second to look this stuff up. Yeah, you still got me. You're watching me on the video. You got to hit like mute or something like that to stop it. That's what's going on. Yeah, Conroe, you just end up with Hurricane Alley. Conroe is like way up there. This is Conroe. I believe this is Conroe. Yeah. So that's Conroe right there. So that is Conroe. And Houston is way, 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 way down here. The Woodlands, that's like where my wife likes to shop. The Woodlands is a very nice area. The mall has a Ferrari dealership in it, stuff like that. Microsoft has an office over there. Hewlett Packard has a corporate office over there. So you got a lot of computer executives that live over there. And hell, Microsoft ain't even computers anymore. They do a lot of government contract work. So yeah, it's not part of Houston. Houston is down there, and hell, I'm down here. I'm way down here. See, I'm way down here. There's Baybrook Mall where I'm at all the time. And that's why I tell you guys, here's the ocean. That's the ocean right there. That's the ocean. So if I could put my wife on a little boat and ship her ass back to Jamaica, I would. See, she can go nonstop right there. Nonstop. That's Houston right there off the water. And then we got this Bay of Houston right there where the rich and famous, they out there with their yachts and their all their little water toys and all that kind of stuff. See, water even come inside here. They have their $1 million homes and all their boats and stuff off the docks, all the inlets and stuff. But Conroe has the same thing. But go ahead, man. I'm listening to you. I know you probably in deep thought about that damn ice machine, but I'm telling you what it is, man. You got water trickling down the back wall. Got water trickling down the back wall. So that is Conroe. Conroe used to be country years ago. Where'd you go? You still there? Oh, he probably dropped out. He probably hit something that dropped out. Yeah, he dropped off. Oh, you're trying to send the photos. He's trying to send the photos. But yeah, this is Conroe, man. This is Conroe. It's nice. It used to be real country. It used to be real country. But now they put in these multi-million-dollar homes because everybody's been pushed out. They've been priced out of all these other areas. So instead of building a house in Spring for $4 million, you can get that same $4 million house built in Conroe for $2 million. So that's what it looks like here in Texas. So they run on over to Magnolia. They have their vineyards and stuff in Magnolia. I used to work on a lot of Blue Stars and a lot of wine fridges and stuff in Magnolia. So you got your Magnolia, Conroe. Just know that it's like hours away from. It's going to be an hour away from Houston. But what CEO Jakes? What made you bring up Conroe of all freaking places? Because I know people bring up Conroe, Woodlands, and Spring. Those are three real common areas. Then the other areas that people bring up is Katy. So Katy is over here on this side of town. You'll often see me over here. We got two Chinatowns over there. So this is where the we got in and outs and all that stuff in most parts of the city now. In and out. Oh, they put shoot. Like I said, it's a big circle like Atlanta. So we're every freaking where. Let me see if that brother sent me those pictures. He's stressing out about it's a small thing. He's gonna kick himself when he realizes what the issue is. See, you too could live in the hood. Yeah, CEO Jakes, they live in the hood. Their house is $449,000. They're up there in the hoods of Conroe. They're busting caps outside of Range Rovers at each other. That's what they doing over there in the mean streets of Conroe. Knifing each other outside the Whole Foods. $449,000. Yeah, that sounds like it sounds like you're gonna be living next to Bushwick Bill and Slim Thug. Although Slim Thug, what's the name, live by me. I think Slim Thug lives over here too. So I'm in Pearland. I'm an hour. I think I'm 2 hours away from here. Let me see here. So yeah, for the low price of $539,000, you too could live in Conroe, in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, Houston prices have gone up in the last 15 years. They just started skyrocketing. But this used to be a little podunk country town. But since then, I've redone quite a few appliances in the schools. So I've installed Henny Penny. Matter of fact, the Henny Penny ovens I put in was in the Conroe School District. So for their combi ovens, stuff like that. Yeah, 519,000. You know, poor people stuff. Poor people stuff. You pay that off, 2-3 years. Pocket change. Pocket change. Pocket change. Anybody else had anything else they want to bring up? Because this wasn't like a 4-hour stream type of deal. I'll be able to condense my streams if I stretch them out over the period of a week. I'll be able to stretch that kind of stuff out, so you guys don't have to endure these long ass streams. I'll be able to put out what I want to put out. Fun stuff. So I just word to the wise. I did update. Okay, I'm waiting. I don't think he sent me any pictures. I did update the video. I typically do update the video every week, sometimes twice a week. So if you notice in the training video, maybe it's up top. In the training video, where the hell did it go? There it is. Not just Henny Penny, but shoot, I can't fast forward through it. But it'll be at the end of this video. Dishwasher training. There we go. Yo, welcome back.
Hey, you got
Yes,
me?
sir. Let me see. All right, let me see. All right. Oh, I think you just sent me a link to myself.
Besides that one.
You just sent me a link to myself. That's what you said.
But now there's another I sent to the ground.
All right.
2 more.
Oh yeah. Oh, you were asking me about that long brush. I hope you didn't buy that long brush.
Nah. Just one from Walmart.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, dollar store. I thought you go to the dollar store and get that. Because a toilet brush should do the same thing. Or bottle brush. You just have to go from the top, and then you got to go from underneath and meet that sucker in the middle. Most of your crust is going to be along the top, and the further down you go on that chill plate, the less it is. And so you really spend most of the time scrubbing from the top down.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know you did. That's what I said. But yeah, the most now you know what I was talking about. I'll let that sucker run and make ice. If that sucker runs and does not make ice, then you got to readjust your whole strategy. Say, hey, this is what it's going to cost to clean it. Nobody can fix the thing until it's clean. It will not run properly if it's not clean. And as you know now, it won't run properly if all the hoses ain't in there right. Hoses, ice guide, the water shield, all that stuff. All that stuff has to be perfect. All right, so you resending everything?
You should see it.
All right, hold on a second. Damn. So here I am. Here I am right there. There's no message.
Instagram? Nothing?
Yeah. So this is you right here. The chill play. Okay. What is this picture? Let me get my old man on. Hold on a second. No, I don't think this is you. I think this is somebody else. No, last thing I got here is the stream. See, that's what's on the screen I got from you. My own invitation to StreamYard. Oh, there it is. See it? It just populated just now. All right, cool. Is the video?
Yep.
See, I can probably put it on the screen. You mind?
Go ahead. No problem.
Cool. Oh. Yeah, that's a nasty freeze up, brother. That's nasty. Where the hell is my messages? Yeah, that sucker ain't gonna work as long as it's like that. So it's done this. It's done this multiple times. When you see this, that is several cycles where it tried to run and make ice. It was too thick, and it ended up dropping on top of the other batch. All right, so let's see here. And so now you know that you need to focus on the areas that you see the water leaking. That's the thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna need to see this. So you guys are gonna be real good at photography. Yeah, see. So in here, yeah, you're dripping water. Oh, on that one. Yeah, on that one. That was a pain in the ass. So this one had the little white plug.
Okay.
Right in the sump. This one had the little white plug, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was there, and you have the float. Your float is on the right hand, is a little bit off to the right of
Correct.
all it is. And you had the 3 screws holding it in.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, you got this newer one. So, yes. So on this one, this particular one, let me see if you can see me. Your basket. It's the basket where the ice hits. If your basket is not positioned in there correctly, you're dripping water into the bin from that basket. Water is hitting that. It's the ice guide. Water is hitting that and then dripping down into your bin, which is slightly different than what I thought with like a traditional 901. Yeah, so that's why you got that. These is a pain in the ass. And your ice guide, yeah, you don't have the cone. You have a oblong shaped black plastic plug in the back. It's not a cone. It's like a rubber stopper.
I think so.
Oh yeah, I know so. Yeah, it's not the round one. You got the wide. So this machine actually isn't that old.
Circa 2017, I think.
Can't be. This one is 17.
2017, 2018. That's when
Really?
they purchased it anyway.
Whoa. Yeah. So that okay. This is Gen 1 on that one. This is Gen 1, and this is the one with the separating chill plate, right?
No, that's the
This one
other
don't
one.
have a separating chill plate. Okay.
It could now. I haven't taken. I did not take off the whatchamacallits at the top. I'll
Yeah,
take that tomorrow.
you're gonna want to do that. This particular model is this one is a pain in the ass. And then, like I said, so you saw that picture I showed you. You're gonna want to follow that freeze cycle. As the copper lines are coming in, it looks like it's freezing on both of them because you got a solid line. And also, you don't have the tubes in all the way. You know why I know you don't have the tubes in all the way? Because let's see if I can stop it on the right point. I'm gonna stop it right about right about there. So you see all this ice on the front?
Yeah, on the evaporator.
Yeah, that should not
be. Yeah.
So you got water running down the front and it's freezing. You got water running down the front, but more importantly, you don't have your I guarantee you don't have your ice guide. It's that little mesh, that little off-white mesh piece that's in there. It's not sitting in there correctly. And so water is running out into the bin. And I know it don't seem like a lot to you, but It's a measured amount of water. It has to take that same measured amount of water and turn it into ice. It's running out of ice. It's running out of water too quickly. There's not enough water coming in to get rid of it. What's your water pressure like?
Water's horrible down here.
No.
Not the quality.
No.
I have to test and find out.
No. Okay. This is how a Hoshizaki. Do you know how a Hoshizaki works?
Yes.
Indulge me.
The first 60 seconds is the fill phase, and then it goes into the harvest afterwards.
Describe
For,
the
2 to 3 minutes, it goes to the harvest cycle.
Describe the harvest.
It starts forming ice on the evaporator plates.
That's not the harvest, but describe the harvest for me. What happens during the harvest?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Aha. All right. So during the harvest, a Hoshizaki, unlike the other units, Hoshizaki uses water to get the ice off the chill plate.
Okay.
It isn't enough that it heats up the evaporator. It also needs water to get the ice off the plate. If you're not getting enough water, it doesn't wash the ice off the plate. That is why you have to know how these machines work, and they're all slightly different. They all got their little quirks. Now that you know that it needs water, not the same water that's in there, it turns on the fill valve and then it brings water in. So if you're having a slow fill, you're not getting enough water to come in and get the ice off the plate. You can have enough refrigerant in there. You could actually have the right amount of water in there. But if your incoming water is low because of the filter or because your fill valve, you have a screen in the fill valve. You didn't take apart the fill valve, did you?
No.
You might want to take apart that fill valve, see if that mesh screen has some trash in it. You can knock it out. You can also put in their descaler into the inlet of that fill valve. Swirl it around in there, and then knock it out. And then hopefully that should remove whatever's blocking it up. And then do you have a filter?
And I was just about to say that. No, there's no filter.
There's no filter.
Nope, not on any of them.
So now we're looking at that fill valve. Because you need water to wash that ice off the evaporator.
There's a pretty good downpour during the fill phase.
Right. It's during the fill phase. It's filling the whole sump. How long is it taking to fill?
I haven't timed it, but it should be 60 seconds, right? 60 to 2 minutes, 60 to 120 seconds.
It'll fill and it'll overflow. But yeah, that's something that you might want to check. And then when it's going through harvest, that's when you'll see that water is coming through and it should be washing that ice off the chill plate. So that's something you got to look into. Something you got to look into is, are you getting water through that distribution tube? Now, when you took off those distribution tubes, were those holes blocked?
Didn't take the distribution tubes off.
That's the tubing at the top.
No, I didn't take them off on this one. I just cleaned it with
Oh hell, brother, that's the whole thing. That's your problem. That's your problem. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got. Yeah, your hose is blocked. Your hose is blocked up, brother. That's the job right there. That's the cleaning. Your hose are blocked up. You got to take them out, and you gotta clean them. They're going to be blocked up. That is your problem. When it fills with water and it to harvest, the water has to go through those holes. Everything, the water is going through those holes. When it makes ice, the water is going through those holes. That's how the magic happens. You have scale floating through there, and then it'll block up the holes. scale that has formed around the holes, crusting over the hole, blocking it up. So your holes are blocked up. What'd you do? Just put cleaner in there, run it on clean?
Yep.
No. Nope. Nope, that's not us. That's what the customer does. And then after they do that, then they got to call us. Nope.
I'll jump on that in the morning then.
That's why I was asking you about the plug, because when you take out the distribution tube, the plug usually comes off. So I'm like, yeah, you would know what kind of plug you got on there. You got to help me to help you. You know what I'm saying? You got to help me help you.
So I just need to take that off and clean it. I don't need to go through the entire cycle again, do I?
It ain't got nothing to do with the cycle. The cycle. I don't run clean cycles. Clean cycle. This is not residential. There is no clean cycle. You can put it in clean. It's not like it come out. You got to manually take it out anyway. There is no set. The clean cycle switch is just so it runs without the compressor running. That's it. That's all. That's just so you can run it without the damn water turning into ice, without the cleaning solution turning into ice. It might as well just be compressor off. On, but compressor off. That right. Might as well be what the switch says. That the best term they can come up with is clean. So here's the eggshell. So like these eggshells, they were completely crusted over. So on one side of it, water couldn't even come through because they were like this one right here. Water was just completely crusted over the whole slit. So water couldn't even come through there. Let me show you the tubing. Where the hell's my tubing on that? Because I had that. Damn, why do I have one? I got plenty of them, but I don't have any queued up right now. So your tubing is all blocked up, brother. Your tubing is all covered up with scale. So here's a picture of it before I took it off. Oh shoot! So you see that crust right there? That crust is blocking up your holes, and so it can't make ice like that. You can't see it, but you didn't take it apart. So that is your job, is to take it apart. See, as you can see, I was dealing with one on the hotel. That's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, so that's on a hotel bed. That's a KML 500. I think that's the same one you're dealing with.
You're showing something else. I don't see the picture you're talking about.
Oh shoot! All right, hold on a second. I didn't get a chance to cue it up. My bad. Damn, this whole time. This whole freaking time. There they go. All right. Okay, you should see it now.
Yeah.
So this is the same one that you over there dealing with.
KML.
Yeah, KML 500 MHA.
Same family. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's why this one has a pressure gauge on the water filter, so I can see how much water is going through the machine. See, there it is on the hotel bin, just like that. But their sucker's all crusted up. So I talked to them. I said, yeah, it's only a matter of time for that sucker to stop running. The same thing. Yeah, and then the water will run over the side and all that good stuff. See, all that crust. You have to disassemble it and take it apart. That's the job. Without it, you're gonna have freeze ups. No matter what you do, you're gonna have freeze ups.
Even though it wasn't freezing up before I started.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Once you start getting in there, the crust is floating around. You're loosening up the flakes, and those suckers are floating around in there. Then you have pieces of broken plastic that float around in there, all other kind of stuff. Once you start messing with it, then you got stuff floating around. Man, I wish I had pieces. I had those freaking tubes so I could show that lady. I don't know why it ain't there. And I don't know where those pictures went to. I swear this phone is just disappearing my pictures. So yeah, you wanna do that. You want the inlet screen. Now, when you said it was making ice, there was ice in the bin.
No, no.
So what do you
Just
mean?
ice where you saw us. Just ice where you saw it on the evaporator plates.
So pretty much like what you got going on right now.
Yeah, yeah. The ice dispenser was empty.
So it wasn't making ice. That's not a freeze up is not making ice.
Okay.
Because if it's short on gas, it'll still make ice. It ain't making ice until it dispenses the ice. Then it's making ice. If it ain't dispensing the ice, guess what? It ain't making ice. It ain't making ice. So yeah, that's what I'm getting down to the bottom of. You got to, brother, I am your only hope. You got to tell me everything. You got to there's the damn pictures. You got to give it to me. That whole picture. The whole picture. Got to give me the whole picture. Because this is what's going on. There are these holes. See? And you couldn't tell until I hold it up to the light. Then when you hold it up to the light, then you see that the holes are blocked up. You say, oh, it's making ice. Guess what? This machine was making ice. This machine was making ice. But guess what? It was short on gas. The holes was blocked up. The whole nine. This machine was making ice, brother. See that?
Yeah.
This machine was making ice. Just because it's making ice, you got it. You're in a different role now. You're in a different role. I told you these machines have to be perfect. These machines have to be perfect. Even looking at them, when I was looking down at the distribution tubes, they seemed fine. It wasn't until I held it up to the light. I held it up to the fluorescent lights, and that's when I saw how bad it really was. This is after I ran cleaner through the machine.
Wow.
Oh no, it's very hard to break down that scale. And I didn't use none of the stuff you use. I use the strongest stuff you could possibly get your hands on. The strongest stuff and it's still, this was a brand new ice machine. I installed this machine 2.5 years ago. And this is what it looks like. And you talking about a machine that's from 2017? 2 years. This is 2 years, and it had filter on it. It had a double filter on it. So you got to keep all this stuff in mind when you're doing this kind of work. You have to break it down. That's why I say you got to price it. Now you're learning what the pricing is all about. Oh, Mike Reed told me charge this. You a damn lie. You a damn lie if you say that about me. I ain't telling you not a penny to charge. You learning yourself what you need to do. There's people that are going to flip that switch no matter what I tell them, no matter how I teach them. They still going to flip that clean switch. They still going to fill it full of chemical. They're going to run that damn thing for an hour and
Hey, we lost you, Mike.
Oh shit. Yeah, my bad.
Are you good?
Yeah, my bad. The laptop died. Like I said, I wasn't ready to do a show tonight. I've been meaning to do one. Opportunity presented itself, so but here I am. Yeah. So I'm showing you my own pictures. I'm letting you know, hey, look, this is the real deal. Now you're seeing there's a lot more to it than what you thought. It's a lot more to it. You have to break that sucker down. You need to take pictures of everything. As you're doing it, you need to take pictures. This is your first time doing this kind of stuff. You can lay that stuff out, put a tarp down, lay it all out in a sequential order, so that then you can, as it's all spread out, you can take everything and then go in a reverse order. So you could take a tarp, you could take some towels, whatever you want to do, Brother Frank. Whatever you want to do, but spread that stuff out. As you take off one thing, you put it down. Take off the other thing, put it down next to it, all in a row, all in order. So this way you know what you've done. As you're taking this stuff off, take a short video. Once you're done, you can delete the video. Delete it. We are past. Oh, you went fishing? All right, cool. We are past the days of the damn Polaroid and flicking the damn film. We're past the days of the photo mat and getting pictures developed. You could record a damn video and then delete it when you're done. You could take 100,000 pictures and delete 100,000 pictures when you're done. You don't have to keep them and show them at your damn retirement party. You can get rid of them that night, the next day. The minute the next day that sucker starts making ice, then by all means, go ahead and get rid of those pictures. Yeah, I know you did, man. What kind of fish were you going out there to get, man? And where the hell you went to Louisiana to fish or what? I was showing these guys. They were asking me about Conroe. I know you know about Conroe because they go up there fishing. Hell, all over Houston is fishing. But bass. All right, cool. Oh, freshwater bass. So yeah, you were probably so were you up there Lake Conroe or something like that? Speaking of Conroe, you probably did go up there to Lake Conroe. You went for bass. I don't eat fish, but I know about it. My father used to fish and all that kind of stuff. I was in a boat that overturned once. So yeah, that's what. Okay, Lake Dallas. Oh, all right. So you were 4 hours north. Well, from Conroe, you were 3 hours north. But brother, I'm with you, Invictus. I'm with you. You over there in deep thought, huh?
Yeah. I'm listening to you.
You over there in deep thought, man. But as you break this stuff down, you're gonna want to put it back in the same order as you took it apart. You're gonna want to take pictures, just like I do when I'm sitting in class. I'm taking pictures of everything. You're gonna want to take pictures of it, take pictures of the orientation, all of that. Yeah, like you said, hey, subscribe, hit the like on the replay, all that good stuff. Yeah, because this brother right here, he's the #1 supporter of the channel. Hold on. Let me see here. There's the info if anybody wants to drop something in the cup. Yeah, that brother got it right there. I'll be on tomorrow. So I'll be on tomorrow, same time, but I wanted to come on today, show you guys about the class and all that stuff, give you guys the training information. And this brother right here in the comments, Victus. So I guess you'll be giving us an update tomorrow. Pictures and all of that. So we're gonna want to see it. We're following your journey as you go through this and rediscover. You over here, the Christopher Columbus of this thing.
Hell, I might be broadcasting directly from there.
We've been here. You over there. Guess what I found?
I might be broadcasting from there.
Okay. Yeah, take the pictures, all of that. So you going in the morning, afternoon, evening? What you doing?
First thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So and take that sucker apart. It might look okay. You're gonna want to hold it up to the light like I did, and you're gonna get a completely different vantage point from what you think, what your lying eyes is telling you. Your eyes are telling you one thing, but reality is a whole nother. And when you pull that ice, the water distribution tube out, you're going to lose the plugs in the end. So you want to make sure you got that step ladder so you can get up there,
Mm-hmm.
so you can reclaim those things, because at least one is going to fall off. So don't slide it all the way out. Pull it out about 3 inches. Get up there and then look and make sure that it does have both those plugs, because they're going to fall out and you're going to be looking for it like crazy. And with that hotel bin, it's a pain in the ass to get the ice cube, get those plugs out of the bin. So you're going to want to snatch those out as soon as you can.
I did all that for the first one that I did. I just,
Okay,
like
good.
I said, ran out of time on this one. And I figured it'd be okay because the first one was filthy.
I know. And
Very
it's
filthy.
the same building on the same water. Chances are it's about the same age.
Yeah, they are the same age.
So, that's what you're dealing with. Because I'm like, man, what the hell's up with your water? Yeah, your tubes are plugged up. Your tubes are plugged up.
Well, like I said, you'll be part of the journey when I go tomorrow.
Yeah, but you'll see. So what you saw on
Hopefully.
that first one, that's what you got going on with the second one. You're gonna be all right. You'll be all right. So I don't see anything catastrophic. But now you understand how the whole thing works. So those holes are extremely important. That's how it makes the ice. Because without the holes, you don't get the water. You don't get the water, it just starts freezing up. It's not enough. And then if the holes are too small, it's not enough water flow. I know you said when it was running, you think you see water, but you can't. Looking in there, you can't see that each and every jet is spraying water. For all you know, it could be each. It could be every other hole, or it could be like the one what I showed you in that picture, where the front section was clear, but it's the back that was plugged up. And why the back plugged up? Because all that water pressure is forcing scale and everything else all the way to the back. So all the back is just all plugged up. And then the ice builds up from there and worked its way up to the front. So you end up with that whole side being all iced up.
For that little drip issue, I told you the bottom of the ice dispenser, I might have just take that thing apart and build another PVC, you think?
Well, I'm still lost about that, because
I'm gonna send you a picture. I'll send you a picture.
You said, but you said this water that's dripping, is it inside or outside?
So you go to the bottom of the dispenser, right?
Yeah. Underneath?
Yeah, underneath. And there's a tray.
Outside. Okay.
There's a tray, a plastic tray inside of it for drain. And there's a big nasty little red hose that drips down, that goes down, right? Yeah. And then in the back of that, I guess the tray, whatever, parts 9 and 10, there's a little screw that you have to screw off. And there's a long tube, looks like, well, you know what it looks like. And it's wrapped in insulation. And that attaches to the outlet. I called it an inlet, but the outlet that leads to the back of the dispenser that feeds into the, where the water drains out. And there's on the way we got ours, where he got his set up, it's a PVC. It's got a T at the bottom. One drains from the ice maker. The other drains from the dispenser. That's what broke. And so I put that back together. And it seemed like it's, for the most part, I had to put some Flexol tape.
Oh yeah, tape will never hold. Water beats tape every time.
Yeah. It seemed to be okay, but I mean, yeah. The part, but I got a little metal coupling, and it seemed to fit in there pretty tight with some Teflon. But I don't know if I got that grommet that attaches to the back wall on there securely now, because I had trouble getting it on there. So there's a slight drip I wouldn't call it a leak. It's a drip.
So you got a slight drip that's ending up on the floor, but
Right.
it's inside in that tray funneled to the drain.
Right. Because there's the plastic tray in there, and then there's the metal. Yeah. And I see a little bit, it's glistening a little bit at the back of the ice dispenser. So I'm thinking that must be some kind of drip. It's not crazy on the floor, but I'm going to have to send you a video.
Yeah, you had to send me pictures because you do have another, there's another hole. There's another drip, but it's at the top. It's at the top. It's where the ice machine meets the top of the bin.
Right. Not that.
Not that. This is all the way at the bottom.
Right.
But and here's the thing: you shouldn't have any water there at all, because the only reason why you got water there is because the ice melts and then goes into that drain.
When I should send you a picture, it'll make sense.
Right, but
I'm probably not describing it properly.
You're gonna want to redo that with a regular coupling and some PVC glue, because the Flexall tape ain't gonna get it.
It's holding, but
I know it's holding. I'm just letting you know. I had the fire guy that did that. That's not good. That's not good. That's
okay.
Good. No, we don't. Yeah, I had the fire guy on that.
Little in rigging. I got you.
Yeah. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Yeah, like he said, it could be some debris between the pipe and the drain. But all right, Brother Frank, you weren't here for this, but he broke the drain. So he snapped the PVC because he pulled it. He pulled it forward because he didn't know this is his first time. So he pulled it, and that PVC gave way on him. So if there was trash in there, you would be able to get that trash out when you had that PVC that was all cracked. So yeah, you're gonna have to send me some pictures. And as you see from this replay, right? Yeah, cracks in the PVC. So that's what. As you see from the PVC, from the replay, you're going to have to do the pictures, and you're gonna have to do the video, and you're gonna have to be mindful of staying with that section for a hot minute, because as you see, you move, and even if I pause it. It doesn't, the frames, it's not enough in there for me to even pause it. It's just a blur. So you're gonna have to go slowly over that stuff when you're doing video, and take multiple pictures from multiple areas. I know that's what I told him, but he went and did that mungo straight and it went, oh, I'm gonna do this, and he pulled it and heard that snap, and he was all, yeah, I think I peed a little, he got a little concerned, but no, brother, you gonna want to just cut it, put the union, and glue it, put the union, and call it a day. Tape does not hold. There's no tape out there that will hold. It will be, it's not going to be drama tomorrow. It's not going to be drama next week, next month, but it will come back to bite you in the ass. And if you had an employee that did that, it will come back, not to bite the employee in the ass, but it will bite you in the ass. That is a fireable offense. Do that on my dime, you gone. You gone. And you ain't never coming back. Yeah, Invictus, he's trying his hand at it, but yeah, just do it. The union, the coupling is 50 cents, 60 cents. You know what I'm saying? The most expensive part is the glue. And you can even just use the purple. You don't even have to use the orange. You don't have to use the orange. You don't have to use the hot red. You can just use the purple. Because basically that's what I use. I just use the purple, to be honest with you. And join those suckers together and call it a day. Yeah, Brother Frank. Yeah, same to all y'all. Be safe out there, because I am going to call it a night my damn self. I am going to call it a night.
I appreciate it, Mike.
Brother, just hit me up, send me the pictures.
I just sent you some.
Take a lot of pictures and slow down with the pictures. Slow down. You want every angle because all we're going to do is delete them afterwards anyway. So I can't be there, but the best I could do is look at the pictures. All right, so what the hell we got here? Oh yeah, you're gonna have to change that coupling. That's what is that? A screw-in coupling that they did?
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have, but it's no big deal. You can just cut the whole. You can just cut that whole thing. Cut the whole thing and just redo that. And it doesn't. What did they use? Is that CPVC or just regular PVC?
I think it's just PVC.
All right. Yeah, you good. When in doubt, brother, you can always cut it and just take that to the store with you. How far is the nearest store from you? Hello? You with me?
Sorry about that. It's not that far, about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. So, when in doubt, you just cut those, take it with you and match it up. Or you can buy the supplies you need, use what you need, and the rest of it goes back. They will give you a full refund on the rest of it. All right, let me see. So here's the picture. Let me exit out of this and let's go with the new one. So Brother Frank can see it too. So this, let's see here. The stub that you got left is good. Why is this like this? Stub that you got left is good, but what about the rest of it? But that stub goes into here. So yeah, you're gonna lose this whole 90. So you're gonna cut that whole 90 and you're gonna put in a whole new one. So you're gonna
I think that's the T. I think that's an entire. That's 180. 180.
Good. So good. So you're gonna cut that T and you're just gonna put in a whole new one. You're just gonna put in a whole new one. All of the day. And this one, you're gonna take your pliers and you're gonna latch onto that end and you're gonna unscrew that. Is that where the T went to?
No, that's the part that fits inside the bottom of the dispenser. That's the drain pipe. This is what you call.
Yeah.
And that's
so you're gonna unscrew that because the rest of that fitting is a brass fitting.
Right.
And and you can just replace that other piece.
You see that little that grommet's not on there, but you have to put it. There's a grommet that fits at the bottom of the ice dispenser, and I think that might be what might have a small drip.
Huh.
I'll have to send you a video.
Yeah, you have to send me a video of that one. Because you now learned a lesson that you really don't want to move these things. And there's no. What were you doing? Were you looking for the filter or something?
No, I have to move it because I'm having to manipulate because the ice machine itself is on top of the dispenser, so I have to move it over because this is a front bin ice dispenser. How can I describe it? It's not a reach-in ice dispenser. It dispenses ice like in a cup.
Right.
So it's a little unconventional since you just can't open it and access the ice. You have to push the machine over. No, brother. No. The whole front face comes off. Yeah, the front face comes off. Yeah, but I'm talking about the ice machine itself. To get access to the ice bin, you have to push the machine over. They were telling me one guy said lift it off of there. The other guy said, man, you can't lift it off. That's a 2 or 3 man job to do that. Yeah. It kind of is. Oh yeah, because that machine is a nightmare, especially when it's on the damn Coke Freestyle unit. It is a nightmare. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. I had to go buy Pry what you call it?
Shims.
Shim, what's that thing? Pry. Anyways, I lost it, but he's getting one of those to
Yeah.
to even move it around.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but luckily the PVC and all the lines that you broke, that is, it's not going to cost you no more than 20. I'm saying $20. It's more like $10 to fix what is broke. That's no big deal. And then the grommet and stuff that you're talking about, you can always use water. You can always use the Teflon tape. You could use that as well instead of that grommet you're talking about.
Well, that
But
grommet,
right?
grommet fits flush against the back wall. I have to have that there.
Grommet fits flush against the back wall. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me some more pictures. You're gonna have to send me some pictures of that.
Yeah, it covers.
So
that little. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, but I got what you're saying. All right, so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they were trying to tell you, because you call Hoshizaki.
I didn't tell him about the breaking PVC thing.
No. Forget about that, because none of us really care about that. Because like I said, it's only without the glue. You're talking about $3. You're talking about $2.
Yeah.
You're talking about $2 worth of PVC.
About 10, but yeah, that's fine.
No, sir. I'll look it up for you right now. You talking about a tea? A tea is like $1 and something.
No, it was $4 here.
What the hell?
Yep.
There's no tea for no $4.
Supply and demand. There's only one Home Depot in my city.
What? This is a half inch?
3/4.
3/4? What the hell? See? I don't know if you can see it. 3/4 is 82 cents. 82 cents.
Well, I'm looking forward to Houston. It's $5 here.
82. Well, they sell it like this online. This is what it is nationwide. Pick up tomorrow. 82 cents. 82 cents.
I wish.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what?
I'm gonna get. I mean, I got it anyway. It is what it is. But still, I wish it were 82 cents.
Huh.
Everything's more expensive here because it's a small town.
Yeah, I know, man. Like I said, this stuff is ordered. You can order that stuff online. But let me go back. I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, I know what just happened.
My distributor gave me a few of them. My local distributor kind of helped me out initially.
I bet he did. If you them prices.
No, his was much. He just gave them to me.
Yeah, no, he did.
No, he did. He gave me a little kit with some plastic hoses as well. But it wasn't it was about the same price, yeah. All
right, so here's the deal. Once you go back to them, your prices are going to change. They're taking advantage of you because they've never seen you before. They're giving you homeowner prices.
The hotel?
No, the people that sold you the PVC.
Okay.
They're giving you homeowner prices and not not contractor prices. So that'll change, but like I said, even if you went to Ace Hardware, it's still not going to be that much. That's crazy. But anyway, you live and you learn. You know for next time. But here's the thing: that entire front for that ice machine, that KML, the whole tray slides forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even have to take it off the bin. The whole thing comes out. Did they tell you about that?
The tray, you mean not the ice guide?
Where the ice guide is, where that pump is, that whole thing comes forward. The whole thing. all the way from front to back will be empty.
Yeah.
So then you don't move the machine because everything is open, everything is out. That's how you get to change the ice termination, the ice guide, the bin switch. That's how you change the bin sensor. You have to go in there. You got to take out all the screws. It's like about 8 thumb screws you got to take off, and then that whole freaking bottom tray comes out. From left all the way to midway to the right, that whole damn thing comes out. Over where the pump is on the right, that whole thing comes forward. The whole tray.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole tray comes out.
You mean talk about the part that's behind the
No, sir. I'm
float?
talking front. The front,
Okay.
the whole front comes out. The entirety of it. You do not have to lift that up. What you went through, you don't have to go through that ever again. The whole thing comes out. You're going to need your pliers and stuff like that because you got to remove those thumb screws. And then there's those black screws.
Yeah.
And then the whole piece comes forward. The whole thing comes forward. That's how you work on that machine. The whole piece comes forward.
You wouldn't happen to have a video there, would you?
Oh, let's see here. We'd have to go to Hoshizaki's website.
And
you know,
that would have been helpful. That would have been helpful.
Yeah. That's why I say you got to look at which model you got, and then you got to watch the video for the model that you got.
Yeah, there's no video.
Yeah, the other thing is, like I said, you can always call tech support. You can always call tech support and say, hey, you don't even have to talk to them. You can always email them. Because where's the cleaning thing? Hold on one second. No, I don't want service bulletin. Maybe it's under support. Yeah. It's under support. Let me see if I can find this damn thing. Let me see if that's the wire diagram. Nope. Where the cleaning thing go? Woof. Yeah, but you just we have to, each time each time you get one, maybe it's under resources. Yeah, it's under resources. There it is. Cleaning, boom, right there. KML
325.
KML. There we go, right there. Ta-da. There it is right there. There it is right there.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that.
All right, so on this breakdown right here, and why is it backwards? This whole section, the area where the pump is, see those screws that are there? All those screws come out, and that whole tray right there slides out. The entirety of that tray comes out.
Okay.
Because you see where it says thermostatic bin control bracket holder, how it's underneath there? In order to get to that, you have to slide that whole thing out, the whole sump, everything. That's why it's that box and the compressor is sitting back behind it like that. They're actually showing you the back of the unit. You slide that out from the front, and then you can get in and access everything. Everything. Every single thing. Let me see if they show. So there's the thing with the manual. I don't know why they did such a bad job with this freaking unit. This is one of the my least favorite, and Charles too. Charles hates this damn machine. I have a number of these at Wingstop, and I just think this is the worst machine they ever made. I hate this damn machine. I first saw this. I gave Charles one of these to clean. It was at not Burger IM, but it was at another burger chain, sort of like Burger IM, this high-end gourmet burger joint. They had one of these, and it was a pain is. It was a pain. Let's see what else. There's got to be a video on there, but yeah, you have to. And there's in the center. There's a little black plug, and you move that black plug, and there's a screw. And you take the screw out, and then you have to take those screws out. So at the top, where the pump is, you got to take all those out, and the entire ice maker, holds all the water, all that comes out. All that comes out. Let me see if they even have a freaking video. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold the people up. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what you need to look into. That right there. Oh, I'm back in the cleaning support. Maybe it's not the technical. Yeah, you're right. I've never seen a KML. I've never seen a video on how to take the damn thing out, but the whole thing comes out. Unfortunately for you. But yeah, what you went through, yeah, you're not supposed to have to go through that. None of these machines are designed for you to do what you did and move them and have to do all that. Mainly because it's a liability. Somebody can get hurt. The machine could follow somebody, and then they'll be suing.
This is a video on cleaning a KML 250 or a KML 450 Oshisaki ice machine.
Mm-hmm.
First, we want to remove everything that we can possibly take off of the machine. We want to take off the diverter cups on top.
1 second.
Spray tubes.
Okay,
fill
good.
tube.
You're there.
Hose from the water pump up to the distribution tube.
All right, I got
We've
you.
taken the water pump out.
I got you.
In this case, we've taken the platform out. Sometimes the platform will be unable to be removed.
Right.
If it's possible, take it out. And then we've taken the stem.
See, that's what he's saying.
Sometimes
If
the
it can
platform will be unable to be removed, but if it's possible, take it out. And then we've taken the stem and the pin.
Yours might not be able to come
the,
out
flow switch.
with it being that
Of
old.
course, that
I
gets
think
plugged
yours
in the
is
board
old
so
as
you can leave
it's
the
as
flow
old as
switch in
this
the
one.
machine. But this is how we want the machine stripped down for cleaning.
See
And over here, I've put all
that
the
right
parts.
there, right there on the right. That is that ice guide.
Right.
It's not sitting in there, right? You'll see a little bit of water trickling off of that into the bin. And you see he's got his distribution tube over there because those suckers get clogged up. And if you never pull them out, you won't know.
Line, everything I want taken off the machine and clean.
In there. So, hey, isn't that crazy? What did I tell you? Right? What did I tell you you got to do? Take everything and spread it out and put it in an order so it's easy for you to remember what goes in where. Put them in a linear order, and that way you won't be. He just has them spread out, but you need to put them in a particular
I
order.
want that taken to a sink and power wash, scrubbed, brushed, whatever.
See, we do
Get
all
those
of the
perfectly
above.
clean.
But notice he didn't say spray tank because that ain't enough pressure.
Go back, and I made up a hose for this ice machine.
I swear,
I'll put it
most
on
hated machine.
the fill tube here. I'll clamp it on, and then I'll start the video over again.
That makes sense. That's something I
the
can do.
evaporators. We're going to scrub them.
Hey, he's got a brush. He's got that $100 brush.
Toggle switch.
Good for him.
As we brush the evaporator, start in the back.
So instead of he can't even go all the way down with that brush because that brush is for a much bigger unit.
Rinse all the.
But you could take a bottle brush and you can go from top to bottom. The bottom brush is going to get all the way down to the bottom,
into the
and then you can go from bottom up.
Next thing I'm going to do
That
is
way
I'm
it'll
going to take
clean
a
the
hose,
entire
piece of
plate.
1/2 inch water line. Insert it in the reservoir.
Yeah,
Down in the bottom.
ridiculous machine.
And being on the dispenser, there's always the drain up front. In the Coke dispenser, there's always the sink drain.
See?
And you got to get this end below the reservoir, and you have to siphon the water out. So I'm going to get it started.
Now you know why nobody is complaining to you about this machine, because they can't find anybody else that want to mess with it.
And all the water out of the reservoir down into the front and the sink drain.
Hey, what about that gray debris that's in the tank?
Yeah, you got to get all that out. You need a shop vac.
This will eliminate you having to wring your rag out.
Get a shop vac and you can suck all that stuff out of there.
Next thing we're going to do.
I had a Milwaukee M18 shop
We're going to
vac.
go ahead and get in the reservoir.
But you just take a shop vac and suck all
off the bottom of the reservoir with our rag.
If you
Scrub
don't,
the walls as best you can.
if you don't have a shop vac,
I do.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, because they got that little they sell that one that's just a shop vac without a body, and you just, I think that was like $10 or something, and you just have to buy a bucket.
Bring all this debris up front, and we're just gonna have to wring our rag multiple times and get the reservoir perfectly clean.
So as you see, even
bring it out,
even lifting that thing over, you still
and again, if you can, scrub the walls.
And there's that plug.
Stainless steel pad. This isn't.
There's the plug. You see it right there, that round plug.
Yeah.
So that, because I was thinking of a different model. I was thinking of a completely different unit than this one, but this one, that's the plug to remove everything. So you can take that plug out, and then you could wash everything down. You can wash all that stuff out through that hole, or you can take a shop vac. Either one.
But I'd have to, like he just did. He took that platform off, and I could get to it properly.
Yeah.
And collect all
if that one slides out, if that one slides forward,
get all of this until it's spotless.
Because like he said, his does not. His doesn't slide forward. But you see now, you can take all that other stuff off the top, and that's how you get in there to get that sucker clean.
Detail or clean the float out, the float switch out, the walls, scrape them. If there's any ridges of lime in there, scrape that off. Change this hose here, change that out.
So once again, I reiterate, hey, Mike Reed, how much you got charged for ice machine cleaning?
Put them back in the machine, at which point then, yes, you will
do you start to get how crazy that is? Like, bro, it ain't cookie cutter.
And then cycle it.
It ain't cookie cutter. And cleaning this machine is not like cleaning the Manitowoc.
Isn't particularly munged up. It's more lime.
Not like cleaning the Scotsman, not like cleaning the Isomatic.
You clean it with the hose here and brush the evaporators.
And to think, this is a small machine.
Stuff you'll need to get out of there.
This isn't a 2,000 pounder. This is a little 500 pounder.
After you cycled or acidize the machine, rinse the machine, cycle the machine. One last time, take the distribution tube out. Make sure all the holes are clear.
Not once did he see.
We haven't
what did he say? What? Wait. He couldn't have possibly said what I said. Hold on. What did he say now? Let's see. Let's bring it back.
Clean it with the hose here and brush the evaporators. This will be full of debris, stuff you'll need to get out of there. Secondly, it reminds me at the very last, after you've cycled or acidized the machine, rinse the machine, cycle the machine. One last time, take the distribution tube out. Make sure all the holes are clear.
Oh.
We haven't loosened anything up in the system that will clog these holes again.
Oh, clog it again, he said.
Put back.
That's a smart man.
And we should be good to go.
That's a smart. I hope one day to sound as smart as he does. I hope one day to have as much wisdom and knowledge as that man right there. That's a smart man. So, like he said, and like somebody else said before him, those holes will get clogged up yet again. So that's why you got to be careful, because all that gray stuff that's in there, it'll get redeposited into that distribution tube. It'll block everything up. So, fun times. But hotels are great places for learning. That's why I tell all of you guys to start at the hotels. They are very forgiving because they have a lot of hard time getting people to come and do this work for them. And most guys are going to charge them 2 and 3 times more than what you charge.
Yeah.
So they'll give you a little leeway. Everybody got to start somewhere. You just so happen to get one of the hardest Hoshizaki units made. You got one of the hardest to clean Hoshizaki units out there. And now you're starting to see why nobody else wanted to clean it. Everybody else was probably giving them these Elon Musk fly me to the moon rocket prices. And they said, no, we'll just rock with this sucker until it dies. And then you came along. He said, yeah, he is. Then come on in. So, everybody got to learn. This is the difference between going to the Hoshizaki training school in Atlanta and learning on the fly. There's no official videos on this sucker, no nothing. You're only going to find out these in and outs through experience or through the classes and in the factory school. In this case right now, Hoshizaki is not advertising them. They do them. They're not advertising them. Manitowoc, fortunately, is doing them. They cover the cleaning, they cover the repair, all that. But brother, we all got work to do tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this on down. Huh. Now you see, yeah, it's a little more to it. You just so happen to get one of the most hated units out there. Lucky you.
Yeah. Well, learning experience.
Learning experience, but it's
sucks.
And now you understand why I say you got to put a little something in there, and every one of your invoices, every single time you charge a customer for return visits, right? You got to have enough in there where you don't mind going back. You never want to have it said, well, if I got to go back, I got to charge you another. No, put enough in there so that it's worth your time to go back. It's worth your time to go back and see what's up. It's worth you got to have enough to cover these little small situations. Like I said, for me, hey, I know where to get the parts from that's only going to cost me $5. Unfortunately for you, it looks like it's going to cost you $25. But, it is what it is. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
You could spend, and then from now on, you can spend another $25 and get a couple of, either buy through not eBay,
Amazon.
Yeah, Home Depot, Zoomy, Lowe's, and gets free shipping, and get $25 worth of these PVC pieces. Some 90s T couplings, and that way and every time you do a job, buy another coupling. Every time you do a job, you don't go overboard. Buy, a couple dollars worth, $5 worth, that kind of thing. Buy some PVC glue. Don't open it. Buy some PVC glue, that kind of stuff. Off of each and every job. That's why our bills are as high as they are. We have all these other small things that add up, and they add up quickly. But you got anything else you want to ask me before we shut this down?
No. Like you said, we all got to get up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. But all right, man. It's been fun.
Appreciate it.
No problem. And I look forward to them pictures tomorrow.
All right. You'll get them and then some.
All right. All right, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Same to you. All right. Let me see here.
Is there no one else?
We're going to shut this down, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Can you dig it? I appreciate you all for coming out and listening to a brother, and while I help another brother through some issues.
Being involved in being active on his YouTube channel.
And don't forget, we have the training schedule for this month. And that is coming up. I'll run that. I'm just going to run that one time, and then we're going to shut down the video. I'll see you tomorrow after 8 p.m. Central Time.
To life's great mysteries. That man is Nicodemus.
All right, so today this is.
So there it is, right here, the latest and greatest.
This guy gets it.
Oh, Victus, no problem, brother. Happy to help you through it. You'll get through it, man. This one's nothing catastrophic. You'll be all right. It's all learning. Oh, a second, what I got going on? There we go. These are the true classes for the rest of the year. Let me see if I can go back. Damn. I guess I'll make that a little longer. Let's see here. Get rid of that sound.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. Bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on that. Let's go, bro, man. Go. 146 miles on one tank of gas.
There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Listen to me. I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Do you know something at all, Don?
Booby, I probably know a lot you don't.
You done fucked up, buddy.
You got to have vision.
Computer says no.
If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not.
You have to pay me $1 million.
I just need some liquidity. You know what I'm saying? Right, Doc, don't be bad here, man. Help me out. Just give me a little bit. Yeah, just a taste. That's all I need is a taste. I need $2.5 trillion. Read and pen. Read and pen.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
You're not rich. Blame yourself. We're not in 2008. Obviously, you can go back and say, hey, honestly, don't understand what I'm looking for.
Man, I just need some liquidity. You know what I'm saying?
Blood clot.